Sorry. Oh, we're on. We are on.
That is weird. I lost internet.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining in today. I'm Fatima.
Hi, everyone. I'm John.
I am Cyrene.
Excellent. So today we're going to be talking about chakra healing. Now it is actually becoming very popular and very common, but it's actually rooted in the Hindu culture. So it's very ancient, very historic. And it's just now that people are actually able to see the East meets West and how there's a lot of power in chakra healing. So do you guys know what chakra healing is or what it consists of?
No, but I do remember going to see a pandit and I didn't know where he got his information, but you wanted to know more about your healing and how to balance things out, but he would give you a stone. But I would let you talk about that.
Perfect. Okay,
Okay.
so chakra healing. So often you guys have probably seen a lady, she's in a yogi pose and there's different colors, different stones going all the way up until her astral level. So that is the general chakra healing pose. And what that actually represents, so there's 7 different chakras, and each chakra represents a different area, different emotion, different part in our body. So if you actually look at it, it is color coordinated, red, orange, yellow, all the way up to purple, just like the rainbow, right? And so so there is correlation between color healing, color therapy, as well as chakra. And if you guys remember earlier, we did talk about stones. So these stones also come into play into chakra healing. So the first chakra is your base chakra, which is right at the bottom of it's basically your private areas. That is what the first chakra is. That's your root chakra. And in Hindi, I'm going to try pronouncing it in Hindi because that's not my first language, but I will give it a shot. It's Muladhara, and that represents career, money, mindset, and a sense of belonging. And a lot of times, like when there's a pit in our stomach or whatnot, that's because of our chakras. One of our things is not open. So have you ever had it where you want to say something, but you just can't get it out?
That's your throat chakra, though.
That's your throat
Right?
chakra. That's right. That's exactly it. Your throat chakra. So then the root chakra, it's red. So you use red stones, anything red, basically, to do the healing on that.
You,
And
you wear it, or what do you do with the stone?
so there's different ways you can do it. So there are bracelets that have so you'll often see like a black lava bracelet with like different stones on it. Like there's just, so that's a chakra bracelet. You could have it as a mandala or a tasbih. There's also a pendulum that you can have it in. So, like this part would be all different colors. You could have it as a ring. You can have it as a pendant. So there's many different ways. You could also do it so that it is as a massage. So there are chakra massages. So those are, so that you're not going to get in a traditional masseuse location. You want to be going to, say, a place where it's a specialty store, such as Serendipities or Banyan, where they specialize in alternative medicine. A Reiki master could do that. A quantum touch master could do that. It's basically moving energy around.
So how do you know you need somebody like that? I mean, we're all, living life, and we have pains and aches and stresses and so forth. So how do you know when this is something that, maybe you've exhausted all the other avenues, and
Well,
then
John, it's when you feel imbalanced somehow. So the root chakra that Fatima mentioned, talked about career and so you have to ask yourself, when you ask a lot of questions and you doubt yourself, that is when you're going, okay, I'm not on the path anymore. You don't feel in alignment. It's all about being in alignment with your body and your thoughts. And you know, some days you're really happy and you're going, oh, I feel great, right? And then other days you wake up and you're going, I don't feel so good. And then you go, oh, why do I feel negative thoughts, self-doubt in certain areas, whether it's a career, it could be whether or not, like Fatima said, other parts of the root chakra. But as we go on to the 7 chakras, we'll know what is a positive thing versus an imbalance. And when we have an imbalance, that's when the crystals come in. And that's when the yoga poses are coming in. And we're going to actually ask you if you wanted, do you know how to do yoga poses, John?
I don't think I can. Even if I wanted to.
We were gonna ask you to volunteer and show the poses.
Fatima saw how I danced the other day, and my hips weren't moving so well. So.
Hey, that just comes with practice. That always just comes with practice.
It's like anything, right? It's like anything. You gotta, you know, unfortunately, some things you don't look so nice and smooth when you're doing something like dancing or yoga, and then you're gonna get better because it all has to do with flexibility as well. You know, and flexibility, we can cover that on a topic, is like that can really help with stress and all that. But like what Cyrene's saying is, you know, how do I know when I need to go? Because usually if I'm not feeling well, I go to see a doctor, or I go see my naturopath, or even if I have to go see my chiropractor, or I say a massage therapist. But where do I kind of go? Like,
so this is not any medical misalignment that's happening. It's more within ourselves. Like Cyrene was saying, our balance, our emotions, our mindset. You know, we have a block. We've got some sort of block. We just can't figure out what it is. So it's more, it's on an energetic field. It's
not physical. Not so much physical.
No. So you're not going to go into a doctor and say, okay, you know, like, yeah, you will obviously go to the doctor and say, okay, there's some issues happening, you know, down there.
Right.
But beyond that, so you've got your physical body and you've got your spiritual body. And so your chakras actually connect the two.
Oh.
The doctors can look at what's happening physically, but on an astral level, this is what's going to take you even further.
Okay.
Right? Because our bodies have a way to heal themselves. So there's actually 7 different bodies, and I'm not even going to get into it because the physical and the astral is already pretty confusing as it is. There's 7 that go with it, and they all come into the different chakras.
So why don't you name all of them, Fatima, and then we can go through them.
I'm not going to name all the 7 different bodies because
I will.
Okay.
I will. So you start off with the root chakra, which is in the bottom, like Fatima said. And then it comes with your sacral, which is just below your belly button.
Oh, hold on. Before you go on, that's actually not your body. That's the chakra. So there.
Yeah, I'm talking about the chakras.
Yeah. So I was saying I wasn't going to name the 7 bodies that we have.
Oh, okay.
But we have 7 different chakras,
right? And
each one of them has different things. So yes, sacral is the next one. So before we actually go further into all of them, I'll explain a little bit more about each root, each of the chakra as we go. So then that way you guys can see, hey, maybe this is imbalanced, or this, I can use this for that one. And so then if you actually look at, if you're working with your root chakra, you're going to be using a lot of I am. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am. So these are affirmations that you would be using.
Mm-hmm.
And the stones that you would want to use with that, it's a carnelian because that's red. You can use a ruby. You can use a garnet. Anything that's red, you can use a jasper. You can use for a root chakra. What else does that represent? It is the foundation and feeling of being grounded. That's where everything comes from. Okay. And that is, again, at the base, right at the base. That's where everything comes together.
So everything moves up, or is it? Everything
moves up.
You start from the bottom up, like, are you saying the root, right? You guys are calling the base the root.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you look at that's where our spine starts. Everything starts from the bottom up.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's also the same thing in that sense. And then you could also be using different spices. You could also be using different oils to help that. Sean's like, oh, whoa, this
No,
is.
no, no. I was just thinking if it's for spices that involves food, which is good.
Yeah. So now, when you were asking in terms of emotional imbalance, so you're looking at survival issues. So that's also financial independence. That is money. So if there's a lot of things that are coming up with money, lack, that's where you're looking at. You're looking at your root chakra. And also to connect with that is if you've got a lot of lower back pain, that's connected to your base chakra. So that means that's also saying that you feel unsupported.
Okay.
And when it's blocked, John, a variety of ailments come across, like including anxiety disorders, fears and nightmares. And physically, the first chakra associated with problems in the colon,
Okay.
the bladder and elimination or lower back leg or feet issues. So those are all to do with root chakra.
That's kind of funny because I'm actually going to my chiropractor this week because I've been suffering with lower back pain for almost 3 weeks now. And I just can't get it out, like through stretching, running before the smoke was out there. But I wake up with a lower back pain, and I think maybe it's the way I'm sleeping, but who knows? Let's see what if he doesn't fix it, then I'll be talking to you too. Give me some rubies and rub it or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Well, they do have a yoga pose for it too, John.
What is it called?
And it says wide-legged forward fold, Malasana squat or mountain pose.
Mountain pose?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna write that.
I'll send you the website later.
Okay.
But apparently that's supposed to help balance the chakra as well.
Okay. Mountain pose. Okay.
So that's basically you're up like this with your 1 foot is on your other side.
Okay. Oh,
So
it's not like you're not arched. You're actually standing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the squat is, like the traditional Chinese squat when you go to the bathroom, but just your hands are in the middle and your feet are out wide.
Okay.
Yeah. So your hands literally are pushing your knees out.
Oh, like you're using your elbows to kind of widen
Yeah.
up your stance.
Yeah. So those are the 2 poses on that one. So then you go to your sacral chakra, which is in Hindi. So what? I'm not even gonna. Can you try that one?
Who, me?
Very.
Hang on, let me see. Let me find it here on the page.
So that one, while she's finding it, it's basically it. So that's right underneath your belly button, and that has to do with sexuality and pleasure. And so that one is orange. So any orange, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that is our ability to accept others, to adapt to new experiences. And this one, it's I feel great. I feel powerful. I feel empowered.
Okay.
So then the stones that you would be using with this one is you're going to be using the orange carnelian. There's not too many orange. So there's a jasper. That's it. Those are like the 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. So those are the ones that you're gonna...
Tiger's eye and sunstone.
Yes.
Okay, so orange colored stones.
Yeah. Okay. Sunstone's actually a really good one. Okay.
And when you're blocked, you're feeling uninspired creatively, some emotional instability, some sacral chakra may be misaligned. So actually there might be physical sexual dysfunction, potentially experiencing fear of change, depression, or addiction-like behaviors at the time.
Okay. Like negatively addictive behavior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and the yoga pose Fatima,
what's the
which
pose?
you're,
I need the pose.
can share, sorry, is the pigeon pose, goddess pose, and warrior two.
I love those poses.
Pigeon pose?
Yes. So you're basically, so it's like you take you're doing a lunge,
Okay.
but you're doing it on the ground. So whatever foot you're working with. So say you're working with your left side.
Yeah.
Your left foot goes forward. So it's at a 90-degree angle. And then your right foot goes back. And that is basically stretching out your hips.
Okay.
And you want to get, the lower you get, the more painful it is. And so the goddess is the same thing, but you're taking your right foot, for example, right? And you're taking your right foot and you're bending it. So now it's like a 45. So you've got a 45 going this way and a 45 angle going this way.
Just like this.
And you're holding your head back and you're holding onto your foot. So now you're opening up everything here, your hips. Like I love this one. I absolutely love these ones because of course I've done a lot for my hip, but that's what you're opening up.
Yeah, but the one that you mentioned with the lunges, like that's one of the stretches that I do before I go out for a ride or a run because it stretches your sciatic nerve, which people says if that's tight, which I don't know if mine's tight and that's what my lower back is acting up, but if that is tight, which most cyclists or a lot of cyclists have because of the way they're riding, like they don't stretch enough because they're always hunched over. So they're saying cyclists have sciatic nerve problems.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's it, and it's kind of, and plus aging as well. Things start to tighten up a bit. But the lunge is supposed to be really good. So this yoga pose you're talking about, the pigeon one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably similar to what I've been doing, but it's probably a little bit more extreme. Like if you're turning your feet as well.
Yeah. And then what was the other? That's goddess, and then you said warrior two, right?
Warrior,
yeah.
So warrior two is you're actually so you're doing like a star sort of. You start off with your hands out like this, but then you lean backwards. So your back foot is at 90 degrees, and your front foot is facing forward.
Okay.
And then you end up taking your whatever foot is forward.
Okay.
That hand. So if it's your left foot that's forward, you take your left hand forward, and you're curving it, and your right hand goes down to your side.
Okay.
But you're not sideways. You're actually going backwards.
Oh, like you're going 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
5 o'clock position.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm learning a lot from you guys. I don't do yoga, so.
I don't either, Cyrene. So I'm just trying to envision like how contort. It's like Twister. Like how am I contorting?
That's right. Oops.
Are you gonna do it on the chair?
She's gonna be our model.
You're gonna do it on the chair.
Like that, but I mean, you can't really see it. You can't. I don't have enough room, but yeah. And then, so now with the body parts that it's connected to, it is the reproductive organs, the kidneys, the bowels, and the immune system. So it's, it all comes back to, if you look at it's all connecting back to what we've all been talking about. We've already been talking about a lot of these things.
Yeah. Okay.
Any questions on that one?
Red, orange, and I guess the next one's yellow?
Yes. So the yellow is the solar plex chakra. So that is basically now just above your belly button.
Yeah, like the where your ribs kind of come across.
Yeah, like right at the bottom of your rib cage. It's right in
the
there.
diaphragm area.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's
your intuition is.
Intuition? Yeah, your gut feeling, right?
Your gut feeling. That's right. And so that's your Yellowstone. So you're going to be using citrine. You're going to use, there's the yellow jasper. There is, what was
amber? Is it amber?
Amber is a yellow one. So amber, you could actually use it both also for the orange, depending on how deep the color is. You could use a yellow sapphire. So any yellow stone, you're going to be using that one.
Okay.
And so this one, it is basically our ability to to be confident, our intuition, and control our lives. So this is where we're actually listening. So, you know, you have that gut feeling, intuition, and there's, yeah, so this is where it's basically coming from. Not up here, it's all coming from here.
Your second brain is considered your second brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solar plex. But when it's blocked, you do suffer the opposite of what Fatima was saying. Low self-esteem, having difficulty making decisions, having anger control issues. It's feeling badly about yourself, and also may lead you to outwardly express apathy. Mm-hmm. And you're able to be taken advantage of easily. And you're also having tummy aches and some kind of digestive issues or gas.
Okay. Sounds like I've got all of that. So red, orange, yellow, Marty on trouble.
And it's an element as well, John. You know how Chinese medicine talk about the elements, traditional medicine? Well, this one is related to fire.
Oh, okay. So heat.
Heat.
Yeah.
Like the yin and the yang, it's heat.
Okay.
So this one, you would actually be doing, you would be saying, I do. So each chakra has a different mantra that you would sort of start off with. I do lunges. I do workout. I do whatever. Right? So then that connects with whatever chakra you're doing. So remember, root is I am.
I am.
The sacral is I feel.
I feel.
The solar plex is I do.
I do.
Okay.
I'm already married.
I still need to say I do. Both of you guys are married. I still have to say the I do.
Okay.
And so the solar plex, it also goes with issues such as self-worth, self-confidence, and self-esteem, as Cyrene was saying. And then in terms of our physical connection, it's related to our sciatica. It is related to the liver. It is also related to the back, the mid-back.
Okay.
All right, so any questions on those ones? Oh, Cyrene, what's the yoga pose?
So the yoga poses that needs to be activated is the boat pose, the twist, and the warrior three.
Okay, so
take it away, Fatima.
Boat pose. Did you say boat?
Yeah, boat, like row your boat. Boat pose. I haven't heard of that.
Maybe it is doing this.
I haven't heard of the boat pose, so I'm not even going to try to attempt that one.
What were the other two?
So the twist. So basically what you're doing, there's different variations of the twist that you can actually do. So one of them is you have, okay, so say you're working on your left side. So you keep your left foot forward and you bring so you're sitting on the floor, and then you bring your right knee over top.
Oh,
and
okay.
You hold onto your right knee with your left, so you're twisting that way.
Yeah.
And then you'll also twist, and then you'll hold it the other way and twist towards the left. That's one variation. The other one is you could actually be
lying flat on your back, right, Fatima?
That's another one. So then you basically, if you're flat on the back, you basically take your knees to one side and your upper body to the other side.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So John, you probably use some of those too.
Yeah, I don't call it these.
Yeah.
They're just stretches to me. Like in some form. Like if I'm laying, let's say I'm laying on my back, I bring my knees up so my legs are like my knees are like on top of a mountain, and then I'll just have my knees. If my knees are up, my body's flat, but my knees go this way and then this way. But
it's like a windshield wiper.
Yeah. But my feet stays on the ground. It's just my knees are going back and forth.
Yeah.
That helps with my lower back. So
and what's warrior 3?
Warrior 3. That's I forgot what warrior 3 is, but it's a very common one.
Is it a standing one?
Maybe something similar to the last one.
Okay, this is warrior 1, warrior 2. Oh,
That's okay. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. I'm sure if it comes to you.
We'll do a
We'll
show
get
on
to the
yoga
next one.
poses. We'll cover yoga poses on another show.
Yeah. And so then we're at green, right? Or are we still at yellow?
No,
Chakra.
yellow. So yellow, what's the next
We're at
one?
the heart chakra now.
So
Yellow,
yes,
right?
green is the heart chakra.
Heart. Okay.
Yes, heart, like love.
Okay.
So that it's basically exactly what it is. The heart chakra represents love, relationship, self-acceptance. And so that one, the affirmation you would start with is I love.
That makes sense.
I love my partner. I love my parents. I love my kids. Whatever it is.
Do you also like when you do the chakras, like when you do you call them chants, or just like when you say I love
Mantras.
Yeah, mantras. Do you ever say for yourself like I love myself, or you always have to direct it outwards?
Nope, it can be for yourself too.
Okay.
Because that is a relationship that you have. That's the most important relationship, is yourself.
Okay.
Without your relationship with yourself, you have no relationship with others.
Okay.
So that's a really good one.
You can always say like I feel loved, or I am worthy and stuff. So you can say things for yourself. It's not always just what's outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then remember, like when you're going through the different chakras, you want to start off with whatever chakra you're working with.
Mhm.
It's so like your root, it's I am powerful. I am loved. Whereas I love myself. I love my partner. Right? So you're saying almost the same thing, but you're just changing that first word.
Okay. The first three words are.
Yeah. And so then.
And so when it's blocked, a closed heart chakra gives you grief, anger, jealousy, fear of betrayal, and hatred towards yourself and others, especially in the form of holding a grudge against someone else or something. Holding on to hurt harbors negative feelings and cuts you off from opportunities to love. And that's just bad, they say, juju.
Bad juju, like Juju.
Yeah.
Juju.
Juju.
I've heard that before. So you don't want bad juju.
No,
Juju.
no, you never want bad juju. And so then now in terms of the stones that you would be using, you can use aventurine, there's emerald, jade, there is green jasper. There's a lot of green variation stones. Those are the earth stones. There's mukalite, there's mudalite. There's so many.
I was thinking of like for Superman, kryptonite.
Yeah.
That's not real.
Kryptonite.
And there's rose quartz and jade, like Fatima mentioned, and malachite.
Malachite.
Malachite, sorry, there we go.
Those are all like shades of green, right? Everything you're mentioning with stones, they all have a shade of that color.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about the rose quartz.
Rose quartz, not so much with chakra, because that's a pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually see that.
Actually,
but it is for love.
Yeah,
it is for love, but not when you're doing chakra healing.
Okay.
It's both pink and green.
Oh, they come in green? Because I see
Yeah.
the rose one, because my daughter has one of those face rollers and it's got the rose quartz on it.
Oh, nice.
You know those, what do you call those
Yeah.
things? They look like a little,
Rollers?
yeah, whatever the coat you put in the fridge if you wanted to kind of reduce the swelling. But she has a pink one.
Sorry.
Oh no, pink, green. So what's the yoga pose?
So the element associated with it is air, just
Air.
like traditional medicine, it's air.
Okay.
Okay. And the yoga poses that are activated, it helps with it, is the back bends. So reverse plank, upward facing dog. And that's it, Fatima.
So that one is, so you're upward facing, did you say upward facing dog?
Upward facing dog.
So you're basically, it's almost like the camel, you're putting your hands on your back and leaning back.
Okay, and this is when you're standing up
Yeah.
or sitting?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the reverse plank.
That sounds painful.
Yeah.
This way, it's like, okay, back way.
Oh
No,
no, that reverse, the reverse plank, you're like lying down. It's almost like the Sphinx, and you're actually So your torso is touching, but your back is up.
Like a cat, almost like a cat scratch.
Oh,
Like
yeah. Okay. Okay. Right.
Like
So now in terms of the emotional issues that it brings up, it's love, joy, and inner peace. And then in terms of your physical ailments, it is the heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, and the immune system.
The thymus. Isn't the thymus like right here?
Yeah, it's like in this area here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that's like your breathing and everything else.
Okay. So that's green. That's green.
Yeah.
Flag. Okay. So
Yeah.
this
green.
has gotta be green. Blue?
The next one is blue. Yes,
It's gotta be part of the throat, right?
it is. Yes, you're getting this. Excellent. So that is the throat chakra, which is blue. And so that is self-expression, which is pretty obvious. And that's usually when, you know, a lot of times you're feeling like you want to say something, but you're not able to express yourself properly. That's where it's coming from. Or it's like, okay, so you've got this huge idea, but you can't share it because it's like, well, what the hell is someone gonna think or say when I share it? And so you're restricted here. And then that's when you start getting a sore throat. That's when this part is inflamed. And so you're looking at communication, self-expression of feelings, and the truth.
The truth?
Yeah. So that's where we speak our truth, right? That's where we communicate, is if we've got the feeling, but we're not able to express it. So we're bottling it up. And that's why your throat starts hurting. And if you guys remember the book, You Can Heal Your Life, there was a lot of different correlations. So now this is another layer into that you can actually work with it and see how each of these functions correlate to your body parts.
Okay.
Right?
So when it's blocked, you have trouble speaking your truth. You find it hard to pay attention and stay focused, or fear judgment from others, which can further hinder your ability to keep it real. Physically, the blockage can manifest itself as a sore throat, thyroid issues, neck and shoulder stiffness or tension, headaches.
And also your teeth and vocal cords.
Oh, that's part of the throat part.
Yeah, that's all part of your throat chakra.
Okay. What's the stones like? There's not too many blue stones out there, though. Right?
There's actually a lot. There's quite a bit of blue stones. So there's lapis lazuli, there's sapphire, there's kyanite, kunzanite,
Aquamarine.
Aquamarine, yes. But like the blues, they're looking at more of like the darker, deeper blues, not the lighter blues. So aquamarine, you could sort of mix it in between either the throat or the heart chakra, depending on the density of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more of like the darker, bluer stone.
Like a cobalt or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Like those, like the stronger blues, like really
deep blues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the royal blues and navy blues. Those are the blues that they use. What are the poses?
All right. So the element that's associated is ether.
Ether
is the element associated with it. And then the yoga pose that we need to activate is the fish pose, the blow pose, and shoulder stand.
I don't know what those are.
I don't know what a
fish. Fish
yeah,
pose?
I don't know. Do you blow out your cheeks?
Yeah, because it's your throat, right?
Yeah, I guess.
It's your throat. Fish pose. I don't know. And then the other one was, sorry, what was the second one?
Plow pose.
Plow.
Flow?
Plow. P-L-O-W. Plow.
Plow. Oh, plow. Plow.
Wow.
Sorry, plow, maybe. Sorry, plow. Plow pose.
I don't know. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, we'll have to cut the back of that one. Shoulder stand.
Yeah,
Fatima, are you up?
Shoulder stand.
No.
You go upside down, you just shoulder or
Oh,
shoulder.
you can do this one. Yeah.
Shoulder stance. You can't possibly be upside down because not everybody can
Yeah.
go upside down. So it's got to be maybe like it's like you're using your arms to maybe push against the ground, and you're like doing like a push up maybe.
No, you know what, John? It's the one that you put your feet. Okay, so you're landing. You're on your back.
Yes.
With your feet, putting your feet up onto the wall.
Oh.
Okay, that's the shoulder stance because you're pushing it from your shoulders. You're not actually using your head.
Oh, and you're trying to lift your body up with your shoulder, like your shoulder blades.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like an L. It's an L.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's actually yeah. Okay, so it's like you basically you lie down right up against the wall, and your feet are up 90 degrees, and your like the top half is on the floor, and it's 90 degrees. So you're literally at 90 degrees.
Okay.
So the closer you get it, the better the stretch. The easier, like you can feel it just start to align itself. And then the further it is, that's how tight you are actually.
Oh, so you want to be like, if this is your head, like if my watch is my head, this is my body, I'm up against the wall like this.
Yeah.
And some people can only do that, but if you can actually like push yourself so that your bum cheeks are basically touching the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. And that's actually a good way to release any tension in your feet, because now you're elevating your feet, and now you're getting the juju going in a very interesting way.
Okay.
And so with this one, it says, I talk. So the affirmation that you're starting off with, I talk my truth, I talk my confidence, I talk my reality, I talk whatever.
Okay.
We're almost there. We're almost there. We are now getting to the third eye, which is right here. So this is getting very interesting. So because this is opening it up to your connection to God. This is where you see things that you wouldn't normally see. John's like, is
that like your subconscious, or it's not the subconscious?
Yeah, that's your subconscious.
So right now we're going from actually throat to eyes then, or is it throat to some other?
Yeah, throat to third eye. So it's right in here.
Positioned here.
It's like in between, like right here. So this is your third eye.
Okay.
So when this is open, you're very
you're more intuitive.
You're
very intuitive, aware, very aware, and you're very connected.
Okay.
And so so you basically want every single one of your chakras to be open, so you're able to receive. The more open your chakras are, the more you're going to receive. So the minute any one of your chakras below are closed off, your third eye is going to close off too.
So everything moves up.
Yeah.
Like you talk, it's not coming from top down. It's always up. Okay.
No. So that one, and so that is intuition, sense of purpose, and a direction in life. So that's when it's like everything's working, it's clear, you know your path, you know what's going on. And that's what the third eye, it is the ability to focus and see the big picture.
That makes sense. Okay.
And then, so that is intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Right? So it's like you're making very concise, clear decisions. Like it's very, very focused.
Okay.
And so in terms of the physical, it is the pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses.
Okay.
Interesting.
So when your eyes are hurting, well, it's because there's something you're not focused.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're either too focused, and that's why your eyes are hurting.
Okay. What are the stone color? Because it's
so it's purple. So amethyst. What was it?
It's purple fluorite.
Yes.
Well.
Purple fluorite.
Yeah.
Fluorite. Okay.
Or dorite.
Yeah, purple is.
I'm not. It has to be purple, right.
Which one?
Laborite.
Yeah. So there's a lot of purple. So there's purples, greens, and blues. There's a ton of these stones that you can work with. And then the poses.
Poses.
When it's blocked, actually, I'm going to talk about the blockages. So when it's blocked, you may not have trouble accessing, your intuition, trusting your inner voice, recalling important facts, or learning new skills. If your lower chakras, aka the root, sacral, solar, plex, and heart chakras are unbalanced, your third eye will likely be as well, which may cause you to act more judgmental, dismissive, introverted. A third eye blockage associates with broad range of issues, including depression, anxiety, and more judgmental attitude, while physically it's said to cause headaches, dizziness, and slew of other brain health issues. So a lot of pressure up here.
Yeah. And then, so the affirmation, or what you're starting with, is I see.
Okay.
I
those
see.
I get.
Huh?
Those affirmations and mantras, because they correlate, so I can. And the yoga poses.
And so what are the yoga poses on this one?
The yoga poses, okay, sorry, going back to the element associated is light.
Right.
And the yoga poses that's activated is child's pose, and dolphin pose, and eagle pose.
Okay.
So I know what child's pose is, but I don't know what dolphin pose or eagle pose is. Do you guys?
I know I've done the dolphin pose and I've done the eagle pose, but I can't remember what they are, like, to describe it. I've done them. But I can't.
Ego pose.
So you guys are very welcome out there watching to let us know what these poses look like. We love your feedback. So if we get it wrong, please let us know. So the child's pose, I believe, is when you're actually sitting down and you're stretching one leg forward. Or no, actually, it's actually getting your left leg coming and turning in towards you.
Okay.
And you, I think, extend further your right leg back.
No, so I'll correct that one. So the child pose, you're actually sitting on your shins. Okay. And you're basically bending over forward. So your body, so you're on your shins, like your two shins, and you're stretching forward. So you're like bent over, like as if you're submissive. Okay. So your head then touches the ground.
Oh, okay.
And then depending on what, like, so you can stretch it out and you can go to the side, you can go, either side or just stay straight. And then the wide child pose is you're on your shins, you bring your 2 feet together, and there is like a V shape in between, and your legs are like your legs are wide, but you're on your shin. Okay. And then you're still coming down in the submissive pose where your head touches the ground.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The dolphin, I know I've done the dolphin, but I can't remember off the top of my head what the dolphin is because I haven't practiced in a while. So yes.
Okay.
But I think we will put the poses up on our page so you guys can see what these poses look like.
That'd be cool if there's like a chart with all 7. And then have like 2 or 3 yoga poses that will help you relieve that area or help it.
Sure, that sounds good. We're on our last one now.
Last one. Can you guess what it is?
Gotta be the big nogger. Right?
It's right here.
Not the brain.
It's above your head. So it's like right here. This is your connection to divine. So this is like, if you're here, like you're just radiating energy, you're glowing like all over the place. And so this is known as your crown chakra.
Crown.
And that is connection to divine. It is the highest chakra, and it represents the ability to fully connect spiritually. So once you're there, you're basically all connected. You're connected to God. You're connected to universe, source, divine, whatever it is that you believe in, Allah, whatever it is, you're connected. And the way you're connected, you're very seamless. Everything's very seamless. Everything just works together. It's very flowy. All of your chakras are just aligned completely. And it's like very beautiful. It's like you're singing.
You're glowing.
You're glowing. You definitely are glowing. And this one is inner and outer beauty. And this is our connection to spirituality as well as pure bliss. So it's almost that feeling when, they say you're lost in intoxication, you're annihilated. That's what it is. You're just on a different playing field altogether.
Okay.
And that's what we all strive for, is that connection, is that place to be annihilated.
Okay. What's the color for that one?
So it's like it's not purple, it's like a lighter purple, so eggplant.
Eggplant.
Call it violet.
Yeah.
Okay. But the eyes were, sorry. The
eyes are,
the third eye?
yeah.
That was purple too though, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's like a dark purple.
Okay. Okay. So
one's like a very dark purple and one's like a lighter purple, sort of like, if you can see the colors.
Oh, okay.
Then that way you know exactly like the colors. And this one is, if you were right, it has to do with your brain, your nervous system, and your pineal gland. Irene.
So when that's blocked, there's create feelings of isolation or emotional distress. It's basically feeling disconnected from everyone and everything. Or you might feel like you're not your normal self. Just not an exalted state of spiritual connection, enlightenment, which is totally okay and seriously normal. Unlike the other chakras, the crown chakra is often opened up fully through specific yogic or meditative exercises or at certain times, which are not skill set but can call upon at any given moment. You can be able to get a taste of it though through daily practices, anything from meditation to a prayer, moments of silence and gratitude to have those moments of spiritual connection.
Wow.
And so this one is, I understand. I understand my purpose. I understand my truth. I understand whatever else it is.
Okay.
And before you give me the poses, I remember what the eagle pose is. So you're taking, I'm going to show you. So you're twisting your hands like this, you're going to hold it like this. So you have to do it both ways. So right now I've got left at the bottom, right on top. And you're also at the same time crossing your feet. So whatever one is on the bottom, that's the foot that's on the top.
Okay.
And you're sitting in a chair and you're sticking this up. That's the eagle. Then you reverse sides. Okay. No, it's just straight.
Yes.
No, you have to get it to connect. Yeah, so loop it in.
What do you mean loop it?
Do you see how, like, right now I'm not too flexible, but basically your palms should be able to touch each other.
Oh, like this, but
no. Yeah.
Oh,
so essentially it's supposed to be like this, but it's twisted, like it'll be twisted, but it'll come like this.
Yes, that's hard.
Yeah. And then you're squatting down, remember that. Oh. Okay, so the poses that we are
okay, and the pose, actually there's no element associated with this, but the poses that come with this is a headstand, John. So we have to make sure we have support against the wall, but when you headstand, make sure you have a proper pillow, a tree pose, which I'm not too sure what that is.
So it's like the mountain pose.
Okay, and then I don't know what this is either. Savasana.
So that's on your back, you're lying down and you're basically just giving back to the earth.
Okay, but your hands are like this, they're not.
No, they can either be down, like on the side, either flat up or down. And it's just, you're lying on your back. Savasana.
Okay.
And that's when you're giving back to the earth, when you're giving back to God and you're giving your thanks.
Yeah, and also when you're laying down, you're grounded, right? Like literally, you got energy flowing through you. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you say your gratitude too.
Yeah.
Staring at the sky.
And your love, exactly, for yourself.
So, as you can see, we can continue talking forever and ever and ever on this topic. But that was just a quick overview as to what the 7 chakras are. Again, thank you very much for joining in. If you have any questions, comments, please put them below. We will get back to you as soon as possible. And if you have any topics that you would like us to cover, please put that in the comments below. So for next week, or this Thursday, we have a guest speaker. Her name is Renee Lowry. She is a certified relationship coach in New York, a mother of 2, and a best-selling author. She will be talking about healing through uncomfortable emotions. That's perfect. It's a perfect tie-in to what we just talked about. So we're going to really get deep into it. And of course, we have our 28-day challenge. We're into day 9. The first week.
Can you believe it? Day 9.
I know, it's crazy. It's pretty crazy.
I don't know how you guys been doing, but I need to go on a new reset.
I'm still on my 2 shakes, John.
You're on 2 a day? You're on 2 a day?
2 a day, and I'm still balancing my meal at the end of the day, a low glycemic meal with a small protein salad and good carb. Yeah.
I think mine went out the window on Saturday when I was celebrating, but that's okay. That's okay. There's still, time to recover and whatever. And that's the whole point of the challenge, is to learn to understand how, we don't have to be on this tight regimen in order to be healthy. We can have a cheat day and still get back and still be very healthy. Yeah. So we encourage you to join us on the 28-day challenge. If you haven't registered, there's still time to register. Your 28 days will just continue whenever your 28 days ends. But there are cash prizes, and there are definitely, tips, tricks, and everything that we're discussing in the group. We don't want to share it all here, but that is all happening there. So if you want to find out more information, you can check it out on our Facebook page, or you can also check it out on our website. Everywhere you want to find us, we are the Healthy Wave Vibes. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're on everything as the Healthy Wave Vibes. So please make sure you're following us, and stay tuned until next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.